the ancient coast of this island, okay? That was the ancient coast, so the cliff there. And if you look on your right, this is the magma that belongs to the volcanic activity of Timanfaya. I mean, the island increases surface, okay? Meine liebe Gäste, wir befinden uns hier.
Hello there everybody, and welcome to the lovely island of Lanzarote in the Canary Islands. Today we're on a little bit of a trip around the southern half of Lanzarote, and we're starting right here at the Salinas De Janubio, which is a big salt producing area. So we'll have a little bit of a look around there, and then we're off up the coast and we're going to end up in the Fire Mountains. Hope you'll come along. You can see the salt on top of the little enclosure here, and there's dozens and dozens of these. Coast in the distance. And by the way, just before we continue, the date is the 22nd of November 2024, which just happens to be this person's birthday. Happy birthday, Nina! Happy birthday to you! Okay, that's enough of that. You having a nice day so far?
Having a fab day, thank you.
Fantastic. Do you like the salt?
You can taste it.
You can taste it, can't you?
In the air.
You can taste it in the air.
Haven't seen the flamingos yet, but I can taste it.
Okay, let's carry on, shall we? Nice little statue here. And there's a little sign down here which you probably can't read, but it tells us about Francisco Padron Viñas, 1921 to 2013, who is the guy that developed this site, the Salinas De Janubio, which I believe is the biggest salt producing company or facility in the Canary Islands. And in the distance you can see the Gulf, or the lagoon, and that was originally open sea, and then they built the causeway across to separate it out from the sea so they could then start to extract the salt from it. Very interesting place to see.
You see from El Golfo, are from the coast of Timanfaya National Park or La Santa, because you know the sun rises from the east on the right and the sun sets.
Well, here we are at the Green Lagoon of El Golfo. This is an old volcano, apparently that erupted 30,000 years ago and created this crater. Just a little bit further up the coast here. Big black volcanic sand beach. Very blowy up here again. Not quite a golden sandy beach, but black volcanic sand. So if you spend your day sunbathing there, would you come out looking a little bit tarred and feathered? A few little boats down there on the beach too. Lovely day again here in Lanzarote, just over a month till Christmas, 28 degrees Celsius, and at home they've had snow. And I know it's the usual thing to say that when you're abroad, but they really have had snow at home, which is unusual, especially for our neck of the woods. Yeah, it's very blowy up here today. Having to hang on to my hat and my microphone fluffy thing. But I have put the wind reduction on, so let's hope that cuts down the wind noise just a little. Hanging onto the hat, it's certainly a bit blowy up here, but it's a very spectacular bit of coast, so it's definitely worth coming. And we're heading up to do a bit of wine tasting in a bit, so I hope you're okay with that. And then we're heading up to the Timanfaya National Park, where no doubt it's going to be very blowy. We'll have to take the hat off, quite possibly. Down on the beach, It's a little less windy down here. Very warm. A right little sun trap. I tell you what, if you sat here all day, you'd pick up a very good tan very quickly. Just look at the spray on the sea though, quite amazing. So this was El Golfo with its green lagoon and its black sandy beaches. And we're going to move on up the coast right now. By the way, we should have been in Fuerteventura today, as I mentioned on a couple of the other videos, but they've cancelled that trip. So we're here instead, but it's still beautiful.
Crater, we're going to see the camel ride. We're not going to ride the camels. By the way, we're going to see from here, from the bus. If you're interested to purchase a camel, let me know. Okay? 3,000 euros, nearly 3,000 pounds.
Right, we've arrived at Timanfaya National Park. It is beautiful up here, but it's very busy. So let's have a look around.
20 centimeters, 60, 90 degrees Celsius. Okay? Meine liebe Gäste, gibt hier eine kleine Loch, die schon gegraben ist. Das sind 20 Zentimeter. Das normalerweise 60, 90 Grad Celsius herrscht. Okay? It's going to put a little sand in your hand. This is a special present for you. Venga, vamos. Que espere ein bisschen, ya lo están y dejan verten, ja? Das ist speziell getestet für die heute Morgen. Hände vorne, Hände nach vorne. And your hands from here. Remember, it's a hot spot inside.
Wow, this is hot. Woo! Yep. That was hot stuff. Look at this volcanic landscape straight down to the sea. 200 years ago it would have been a very, very hot place to come.
Use water drain machine to make the steam 250 degrees. Ja, das ist ein Loch, das graben ist, mit speziellen Maschine, Wassermaschine, die 2 Meter tief, 250 Grad. Ja? He's going to put these doors inside. I know, dear, sorry, smoke inclines today. The smoke goes that way sometimes, and here is the pen of the wind. Yeah? We're going to be today smoke inclines, smoke lines, no problem. So, we need the oxygen. Es gibt 2 gute Konditionen. Es gibt Hitze und Luft. You see the beginning, smoke. That you want to get a home. 100% sure that you want to get a home when you go home, make a barbecue to your friends. Das ist, was Sie zu Hause gemacht haben. Sie möchten zu Hause haben. 1, 2, 3. Okay, my group.
Well, the last time I saw them do that was early 1980s. It's been 41 years, and when I first saw it there was just a little hole in the ground, no proper tubes sticking out like they have nowadays. So these newfangled techniques, eh? Anyway, here we are at the top of the Timanfaya National Park, the Fire Mountain. Beautiful views up here. A lot more people here than the last time I was here 40 something years ago. But it's still worth coming. But one heck of a queue. If you're going to bring a hire car up here, you've got to be prepared to wait for a parking space. But anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Coming up next, I think we're going to go and get some wine, some local Lanzarote wines. So cheers, and we'll see you there.
Bueno, señoras, señores, esto que ustedes están viendo aquí es una fisura volcánica, una grieta que tiene solamente.
And there you can see the queue at the bottom, which is what I just mentioned. They're going to have a little bit of a wait before they can park the car up here. So even though I generally prefer to come on my own with a car, I think for here it's probably best if you do come on a coach, and then you get let through a lot sooner. and we've arrived at La Geria, the bodega, the winery. We're going to have a little taste of Lanzarote wine and then a little look around the landscape of this area, which is just outside the village of Uga. Well, cheers.
Cheers. That's
Nice.
That's
Nice.
lovely, actually.
Yeah. Cheers, everyone. So you see this all over Lanzarote, and they look like little semicircles of rocks. What they're actually doing is protecting the vine, and they help the water to collect as well. But the main thing on Lanzarote is the wind, so it protects them from the wind mainly. Some of them are quite shallow like this, but some can be up to 3 meters deep, and just one vine in each, but it does the trick. So here are some of the deeper ones that we were mentioning. Some of these up to 3 meters deep. In fact, these look a little bit more. That's not vines underneath us. What's that? That's lemons? Is it lemons? Lemons. As you can see, they run for as long as the eye can see them. As far as the eye can see, just amazing. I'm looking back over towards the national park, which is where we've just come from. Lovely stuff. Very nice tour. Highly recommend this one. Anyway, there we go. That just about wraps up this little tour of southern Lanzarote. So we've been to the salt pans, we've been to El Golfo and seen the green lagoon and the black sand beach. We've been up the fire mountain and seen the craters and the volcanoes, and we finish off at the winery. It's a nice little tour, nice way to spend a morning here in Lanzarote. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did and you're watching on YouTube, give us a thumbs up, that'd be good. And if you want to subscribe, that would be even better. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again on the next one. Take care, see you soon.